Good morning again to everyone. The need to make this post was not necessary in my mind, but it became necessary as I noticed and recognized the apparent lack of knowledge of people or they choose not to use their brains. And so I make this and I begin by saying this. I have been on record publicly, not like other people that is talking, publicly over the years I had problems with issues that arise under the PVP. And I've had problems and issues that arise under this present government. I never had a problem with APNU AFC, nor did I have a problem with PPP. I have a problem with policies that and things that affected people under them. So I am not here as a person who is against or for any one of them. As a matter of fact, since 2006 today, I am an AFC. And I've been disappointed, I've been happy with them, and that's where my position stands. But like I said, it's not a problem with Mr. Granger, Mr. Jagdeo, Mr. Ramjatan, Mr. Harmon. It's a problem with policies that arrive or things that happen under their governments. People seems to have a problem with PPP or APNU or PNC. That's not me. I am dealing with policies and things that affect people. My problem with this whole situation that arises in this election was that for people to see all that happened and say that GCOM was doing their job in the way that the law mandated means that they need an eye check or they need a brain scan. I am not interested in who wins or who loses. At the end of the day, regardless of who wins and who loses, I still have to do what I have to do and trust the government that I trust and submit myself to, which is God, and understand that He allows the authority of the day, regardless of whether it's PVP or APNU, to be in government because He is the big boy, the boss. And if He allows it, He will give me the wisdom, strength, knowledge, and understanding of how to survive and live within those governments. As the scripture says, the people get the government that they deserve, so to speak. To say or to make comments, I see well people that I am so had so much such a level of respect for their thoughts and views in the past. To see them make comments today that are so contrary to the facts is amazing to look at that. Some people have a problem with the international community, but yet some of them go to these countries, some of them live in these countries, some of them went for visas. I haven't went, I haven't, so I could have a problem, but I don't. We live in a society that is global. Coronavirus is an example. It started in China and it's almost all over the world. So we live in a global society. We are, as Guyana, is a part of the United Nations. We signed treaties and agreements. We were a part of the OAS. We are part of CARICOM. If something happens in CARICOM or any other part of the country in the world, like we have made statements at UN against Venezuela, like we have sent relief to Caribbean countries when they're an issue, when they were in need, when the CARICOM and the international community see our state, they intervened because that's what we do. We are all living together. Yes, some of us are bigger than some. Some of our brothers and sisters have more clout than we do. And yes, they may use their clout by threatening sanctions and all of these things. That's their right. This country declares and says that it's a democratic society. In a democratic society, you have to follow democratic principles. Now, I don't give a crap because I know the flaws in democracy and I know the flaws in socialism. But if I am living in a socialist state or a democratic state or, as we said, dictatorship, then I know what to expect. But if I say that this country is democratic, then the press is a part of the democracy that has to be respected. Then the police have to enforce the laws, and then the independent body like GCOM has to do its job in a clear and transparent way. How can that be so difficult for some people to get? Why some people can't look past their personal racist, sick views and see that? Secondly, just like it is obvious that behind Mr. Irfan Ali is the real power, Mr. Jagyo, it is seemingly so that behind Mr. Granger there is some other power. Because if he said something and then his commissioner said it, they don't know, then something is wrong. Somebody is pulling the strings. What we as a society need to understand and need to do is to call a spade a spade. Not because we don't like the person that is holding the thing, and if they say the spade, we call it a fork because of who holding it, then we need serious help. When a people who are called by my name, says God, humble themselves and seek my face, then will I hear from heaven and answer their prayers. So whether we end up with a PPP government that puts us through a whole host of trouble, or an APNU government that puts us through a whole host of trouble, you know what? That is what we deserve, because we have demonstrated racial behavior and tendencies toward each other in this last month alone. Some of us have attacked children. Some of us attack a nurse. Some of us attack the police. Some of us call people names. Both races. There's no one-sided citation here. So whatever government you really end up with surely will not be a government of integrity and honor, because we as a people are not there. We are divided. We fight each other for foolishness. And I can't get it, because I probably think it's because of my makeup and all the races that were in me. But I can't see how we hate one another. I can't see how we're pulling one another down. I've seen people on this platform here that speak stupidness about the PPP. I've seen people who speak stupidness about Mr. Granger and the APNU AFC. All not from a mental faculties which is working correctly position. No, from a race-based hate in the heart position. And then remember this, unless we as a people hear what God is saying, humble ourselves, and remember He created our six races, love, respect, and honor each other. Only then will He give us a government that will love, respect, and honor each of us. It doesn't work from the top down, it works from the bottom up. We, because God said, when I then will I hear from heaven. God did not send Moses to rescue the children of Israel because Pharaoh prayed about it. He said, I heard the cry of my people. And that means that we gotta stop this crap. Call a spade a spade. What is happening with the international community is what we are a part of. We are signatories to many, many groups in the world, the OAS, CARICOM, UN, British treaty. We got treaty with every EU and everybody. And we receive their aid. We take the money, so to speak. We think money come without clout and without them having ability to say what we should do and shouldn't do. So as a people, stop this foolishness. Remember, we are one people, one nation, and one destiny. Whether any of you believe that or not, I believe it in my heart. And like I said in previous posts, I have met stupid people from every race, but I've also met wonderful people from every race. So people, stop looking at a spade and calling it a fork. Before we comment on any of things that are happening from any leader in Guyana, look in the mirror and see what is in your heart. Look in the mirror and lie to yourself and say you're not racist. Look in the mirror and lie to yourself and say you're not honest, impartial. Look in the mirror and lie to yourself and say that. Because at the end of the day, we both know, or we all know, that we have all fell short. And we have been exposed in this time for our inability to look past color, creed, and political preferences. I have seen people wear the green and white and walk all over Guyana, and nobody do them nothing. If somebody put on a red jersey, mark you, they do them something. Guess what? This man walk with it, and I am AFC. You know why I walk with it? So that the comics could say they're attacking me. But it didn't happen, because guess what? They know who I was in the jersey, and they know that it is not attacking me. It would be a licks. So we gotta come from this place of fair. Whatever somebody is, you may not agree, but you respect them. We are able right now, we got so much policies that we can accept gays, lesbians and everything. And I have no problem with that, we gotta accept everybody. But if somebody is of a political party that's different from us, we wanna beat them. But yet we want God to give us a righteous government. Guess what? It doesn't work so. In Guyana we say God is not Bajan. So, decide what you want for your country. And those of you that are living out of this country and dictating how we in this country have been doing wrong, and we saying we suffering and we ain't suffering, guess what? If you were here, you'd know. You left. So don't comment on those of us who was here and how Guyana nice. If it's so nice, what you doing there? Have a good day.